Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video, I wanted to answer a question that I've been getting so much from my viewers lately, and that question is, which one should I buy if I can only get one? Should I get the NuFace or should I get an LED mask? So I love gadgets, as you know. I don't love all gadgets. I try as many of them as I possibly can. Most of them, I use it for the trial. I take the before and after pictures. I don't enjoy using it. I'm not impressed with what I see in the before and after pictures. And then the gadget sits gathering dust in one of my drawers somewhere. But the exception to that rule is the NuFace and the LED mask. So I'm a longtime user of the NuFace. I've been using this for over 3 years. I use it consistently and I love it. I love what it does for my skin. I have before and after videos on the NuFace and also on a different LED light mask. So you'll be able to watch both those videos. I can link them both right up here and also in the info box below the video. I've only been using LED masks for about a year. They've been around longer than that, but I wasn't really interested in it before that. I was a little skeptical of a light therapy just because I have so much UV light damage on my skin. I didn't want to risk any more light damage, but these don't use UV light. They use colored light in the colored spectrum, so that is non-damaging to the skin. So once I learned that, I was like, oh, okay, well, let me try one of those. So I did a 3-month trial with this mask. This is the Face mask. And then I got interested in what actually made a good mask, and so I started looking at that, and I did 2 more videos on different masks and rating all the different kinds of light therapy that's out there. And based on that video, I got really interested in this mask, which is the Omnilux LED mask. This is the one that I'm currently using and testing. I'm going to be doing a 3 months results video with this probably in May. So let's talk about the similarities and the differences between the two. So let's start with price point. The NuFace comes in 2 different models. There's a mini version and then there's the Trinity. This is the Trinity. What makes it the Trinity is that the heads pop off, and then there are 2 other heads that you can purchase to pop on there. Now this one is the ELE attachment. This one is for like doing your eyes and around your mouth. And this attachment is actually a red light attachment. So this uses the same kind of technology as these LED masks. So if you're really torn between the 2 technologies, this is a way to get both in one. Now it's going to run you about $400 for 2 of these, because the NuFace normally retails for $325, and then to add this is I think another $150. It's $149 if you buy them separately, but they do sell bundles of them, and the bundle is normally about $375, I want to say. But I was just looking to get the pricing and noticed that on the Nordstrom website, and right now they have a bundle marked down to $364.65, so you could get microcurrent technology along with red light technology. And this does use the correct wavelengths and it does have the right intensity. The only thing about this is that, you know, it's small. You can't treat your whole face at once, but you can use this everywhere. You can use it on your neck, you can use it on your hands, you can use it on your chest, your face. It is time consuming, but it gives you a little bit more versatility than, say, some of these masks where you really can't use this, you know, on your neck because there's no way to get it in there tight enough to your skin. If you're interested in both technologies, this is a way to go to try both at once and maybe save yourself a little money if you're getting the bundle. Now the regular NuFace Trinity without the wrinkle reducing attachment is also marked down on Nordstrom right now to $276.25, so that's about a $50 saving, so definitely snap that up. I'll put links to that in the information box below the video. The smaller version of the NuFace is called the Mini. It retails for $199 normally. It's also reduced at Nordstrom right now for $169.15. It has the same power, it has the exact same microcurrent. Then with the masks, there are a few different mask brands that I like, that I recommend. So the first one is the Omnilux. That's this mask here, and this one retails for $395. That's marked down from $495, but that seems to be always available on their website. That's 20% off to start. I have a discount code with Omnilux for another 10% off, so you put in Angie10 and that gives you another 10% off at checkout. Omnilux also makes a neck and chest mask, and this is $355 as well. And this is great because it fits so nicely, nice and snug and tight on your neck neck and your chest. Unfortunately, these are both sold out. You guys love them so much in my previous video that you went over there and bought them all. You are able to pre-order these if you'd like, but I don't think they're going to be in until May, so you've got a couple of months to wait still. I know it's been already a month that you've been waiting, so it will be a little bit of a wait if you want to order those. But another company that makes very similar masks is Current Body, and they have a face mask and a neck and chest mask as well. They look almost identical to the Omnilux masks. These are $355 and $350 on the Current Body website. I do have a discount code with them as well for $15 off. So with my code, this one is $340 and this one is $335. They do have a bundle. If you buy these both together, you can get them for $590, and I think you can still use the discount code of $15 off for that, and my code there is Angie15. The main difference between the two brands is the number of light bulbs. So the Omnilux has 66 light bulbs in the face mask, and the Current Body has 49 light bulbs in the face mask. And then the other mask that I used before to do my testing is the Face mask. This is a great mask. I saw really good results with this. This one is the least expensive of the face masks that I'm showing you. This one is $233.99. This one has 60 light bulbs. They do have a mask that has a lot more light bulbs in it. This is the Face Platinum, and this has 128 light bulbs. So that is even more light bulbs just for your face than the Omnilux. This one retails for $386.99. I'll put links to them in the information box below the video, but these are both great. All right, so let's talk about the technology that these two use. They're very different technologies, but they kind of end up at the same endpoint, which is interesting. So with the NuFace, this is a microcurrent device, and microcurrent is an electrical pulse or a wavelength, and it basically shoots back and forth between these endpoints, these electrodes here, and when you apply it to your skin, you do it in a massaging motion with a conducting gel. It actually delivers that microcurrent into your skin, and that is supposed to stimulate the muscles under your skin, and once your muscles are getting this nice workout, it's supposed to plump them up, and that is supposed to make your skin on top of them lay a little smoother and look a little better. Not sure if I'm 100% on board with yeah, it works out my muscles, although when I'm using it on certain parts of my face, I can see the muscles twitching, so, you know, maybe it does that, I don't know. The thing that I think that this does is I think that it gives my skin cells energy, because of course your skin cells do communicate with an electrical current, and the microcurrent that this uses is very similar to the current that your skin cells actually use to communicate with each other. So according to NuFace, the microcurrent is capable of facial stimulation, sending soft, gentle waves through the skin and down to the facial muscles. This gentle wave of energy is nearly identical to your body's natural ionic flow and has been shown to increase ATP. ATP is the main energy fuel source for our cells and is needed for muscle contraction and relaxation. It also encourages the production of key structural proteins such as collagen, which acts like a scaffolding to support the skin's structure, and elastin that provides the recoil necessary within the skin to snap back into place. Then for the LED mask, the technology is that certain wavelengths of visible light have been shown to penetrate the skin and to also increase production of ATP. So like I said, we kind of get to the same thing, but just through different means. So the wavelengths of light that the masks use are absorbed by the mitochondria, and those are like your skin's battery packs, and they squirt out more ATP. Because the cells have more energy, it causes an increased cascade of cellular reactions, and one of those reactions that they found with red light and near infrared light is increased collagen and increased elastin in the skin. They've also seen an increase in collagen density. So, you know, more dense, better organized collagen, less damaged collagen, more elastin is all the name of the game. All right, so let's just compare the studies that were done on each of these technologies. Now, the studies were not specifically done on the NuFace. There are actually some studies that were done by the Omnilux company on their mask, but most of the studies that I'm going to link here are going to be studies on red light and near infrared light in general. So let me just put up a list of the studies that have been done on red light and near infrared light for anti-aging over here, and I'll put up a list of the studies that have been done on microcurrent for anti-aging over here, and you can see clearly that there's way more research showing that red light therapy works over microcurrent, and I'll link the studies in the info box below the video so you can check them out for yourself. I mean, neither of these is proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. You know, there still is more research that could be done into both technologies, but definitely there has been a little bit more done on red light than microcurrent. So if you're from the show me state and you need scientific evidence to be able to choose one of these things, then based on scientific evidence, I would definitely go with the red light and near infrared LED mask. You guys know how I love my science. I love reading the studies. I love looking at the evidence for things. On the NuFace, it's kind of anecdotal. I tried it. I didn't know what to expect, but I liked it, and I liked what it did for my skin, so I've kept using it. You know, it's like one of the very few things that I use, even though there's very little science backing it up. When I use it, I do see a difference in my skin, and when I don't use it, I see the difference that isn't there, and it really makes me want to use it again. The most dramatic results that I get with this is when I use the ELE attachment, and I use it to lift my brows. You know, I have the like hooded eyes, and when I use that consistently, I actually get a little brow lift. So if you're someone who's really just looking at technology to, you know, help you in the forehead or around the eye area, then probably the NuFace with the ELE attachment might be for you. Using the red light masks, the differences that I noticed in my skin is I've seen a difference in the redness in my skin has very much calmed down. My skin is not as red as it used to be. I always used to have a little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose and like down the sides of my face, and that, when I don't have any makeup on, is almost completely gone. My skin isn't red anymore, and I love that about using the masks. The other thing that I noticed was a reduction in wrinkles. I felt like my wrinkles were smaller. I felt like my pores even looked a little bit more refined, although in the before and after pictures I wasn't sure that I was really seeing that much difference in the pores. Like after 2 weeks of using the Eco Face mask, I was like, oh my gosh, I love what this is doing for my face, because it wasn't as red and I felt like my pores were reduced. And then when I looked at the before and after pictures, usually I'm like really squinting at them and struggling to find a difference in my skin, and I could really see a difference. It was so evident, the difference in my wrinkles in the before and after pictures using LED light. So let's just compare how you use them, how much time commitment it is. With the NuFace, to start, you're really supposed to use it every day for a full month to really get your skin used to it. Now this is a temporary treatment, so that any effect that you see is supposed to be fairly immediate, but also fairly temporary, which is why you have to keep doing it over time. So to do a full face treatment takes me about 10 minutes, and I like it. I stand in my bathroom, I put my iPad in the window, and I watch YouTube videos while I do this. It's kind of a relaxing massage. This is more of an active treatment. It beeps every 5 seconds, so it makes noise, so it's not like you can do it while you're sleeping or while someone's sleeping near you. You do have to do this on clean skin, and you use a conducting gel, so you have to goop up your face to use it. Then when you're finished, you can either rub the gel in, I wash it off, and then I do my skincare. I do this treatment in the morning, mainly because the effects are temporary, and so I want to get the most bang for my buck during the day, and then go to sleep at night, and then the next day I get up and do it again. I did the full 30 days to start. Now I'm on maintenance mode, so I use it about 3 to 4 times a week. I tend to just do it like every other day on a rotating schedule like that, and like I said, it takes 10 minutes of active engagement with it every time you use it. So for the LED masks, they will all have different amounts of time that they recommend you using them for, and they all have timers that come with them. So the Current Body mask and the Omnilux mask both have 10-minute timers, and they recommend that you use them 3 to 5 times a week for at least a month. I used mine for 3 months before I felt like I could really, take some before and after pictures and show you the differences, but you should be able to see some differences. Like I've started seeing a difference in my skin after only 2 weeks. After a month, I was like, wow, I'm really impressed with this thing. By the end of the 3 months, I was like, sold and all over it. So these are 10-minute treatments. Then like the Eco Face masks, that one, they recommend 20 minutes. 3 times a week. The Eco Face mask does have a timer on it that you can set for 5 minutes, 10, 15, or 20, so you can choose how long you want to do it. These guys are just 10 minutes. Obviously, you can turn it on twice. If you want to do 20 minutes less often, you can do that. But this is a very passive, very relaxing. They don't really make any noise, at least the Current Body and the Omnilux. They're silent to use when you turn it on. Doesn't make any noise when you put it on. The Eco Face does make a little bloop. You can use this morning or night. It doesn't really matter. Your face is supposed to be clean and dry. It doesn't have to be completely free of skincare products. You can use it after doing your skincare. So what I do is I just keep mine by my bedside table, and when I get up in the morning, I pop the mask on. I barely open my eyes. I just close my eyes again and go back to sleep for the 10 minutes. When the light goes off, that wakes me up again, and then I've done my treatment for the day. I don't get up and wash my face before I do it. I still have my skincare on from the night before. I just put it on and go. These companies do sell other, like a sheet mask that you can wear under it. Some people recommend using green tea underneath it, but you don't need to use any other skincare with it. It's not going to make it work any better. There's really no reason to do any special skincare with it. That's kind of one of the things that I like about this, is that it's super easy to use. It's very passive. You don't have to go to sleep when you use this. I like to close my eyes just because I'm not sure about the red light with the eye safety. I think it is fairly safe, but all the pictures of these show people like reading a magazine, looking at their phone, drinking a glass of wine, doing whatever, walking around the house. You can do that in the red light masks. You can't really do that with this. This is much more of an at your sink, face is wet or damp with goo and you're actively doing something. I find that I can't really do much else. You really have to keep track of where you've been with it, which movements you've done. There's a certain routine to it. Once you learn the routine, it becomes rote, but this is much more, takes more concentration. This one, you slap it on, do other things, and there you go. So for ease of use, I'm going to give the advantage to the face masks over the NuFace. The last consideration is, what do you want it to do for you? If your only problem that you want to solve is that you have, droopy eyelids or one eye's droopier than the other, then I would definitely invest in the NuFace, because this was the only gadget that I've ever seen a difference with my hooded eyes, especially, just using this consistently. It definitely made a difference in my hooded eyes. So if that's your one issue, then I would say definitely you need the NuFace Trinity with the ELE attachment to achieve that. So if you're looking for something that is going to help you to generate more collagen, to increase your collagen density, then I would definitely go with one of the LED masks. Rather than giving me one effect on my face, it gives me 3 different effects where I feel like it refines my pores. I feel like it definitely reduces the redness and evens out my skin tone. I've seen a little bit of spot fading with the red light masks, and I've also seen wrinkle reduction. But nevertheless, I continue to use both, so I'm definitely into both of these technologies. But if I could only have one, I would probably go with the LED mask over the NuFace, unless your only problem was around your eyes and you really wanted to lift those hoods, in which case I'd go NuFace with ELE attachment. So if you found the video helpful and informative, go ahead and give the video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.